Official watches. Ultimate timekeepers of UCMMA.
Welcome to the Chilled Out podcast, the UCMMA podcast for this Monday. God, people, I love it. Now, I've got to be chilled out. They've said to me, no running around, no getting airy-beary. This is the podcast for the president, the Mr. Natural, the calm down president. They inject me with so much stuff to calm me down. I'm very happy about it. Now, we've got to talk about this Saturday night, July the 6th. It's going to be monumental. 21 fights at the moment. And then, of course, 4 weeks after that, we got August the 3rd. Now, people, if you know about what just happened on Saturday night, you'll know that Dayman Lake went out to the America and smashed people right up. And that's what Dayman's about. We can't wait to get him back on the show. And hopefully, check 1 2, check 1 2, I might get his manager on the line and a good mate of mine, Lee Page. Now, Lee Page has also got, let's just check my fundamentals, Carl Kinslow is one of Lee's boys, and also Tye Palmer. So if you don't know what these boys are about, we can get them on the phone and proper find out. What's going on in the world of mixed martial arts? Mixed martial art? Let's say old bollocks. Shows come, shows go, shows are here, shows are not there. But one thing you can guarantee, we're always here. We're always on time. When we say we start at 6, we start at 6. When we say we start at 7, we start at 7. Hello. See that? Even I get excited. When things work, even I get excited. I'm proper chilled out now. Lee won't answer the phone. Hello, is that Big Lee?
Hello, Dave, how are you?
Hello. Now, people, if you don't know, I'm introduce you, Lee Page, former wrestling champion, former sambo champion, former jiu-jitsu. Is that right, Lee? Something along them lines?
Not jiu-jitsu.
Not jiu-jitsu. but you've been wrestling for absolute years, Lee. Is that right? I mean, you're one of the first blokes over here with a good wrestling pedigree.
Me and Lee Johnson have been wrestling for about 17 years now. Freestyle, sambo, catch, all the type of, a bit of Greco.
Bit of everything, really. And Lee Johnson, when you think back, I mean, people who don't know Lee Johnson, he was one of the first guys to make the rumble in the cage. I met Lee on the mats years and years ago, and he had a good pedigree of boys, and the elite used to go up against him. But I remember Lee fighting in the ring. What is it called? Ring of the Cage, or Ring of the Rings, or Ring of the something, wasn't it? In 1990. Night of the Samurai. Oh, that's Lee Asdall's show, wasn't it?
That's it.
Lee Asdall's show. I mean, that was way back in the day, and Lee Johnson.
97, I think it was.
97. When people didn't even know what MMA was about. Did they?
No, it was very frowned upon then.
Of course it was. You know what? I don't know about you. I couldn't even get a place to train. I used to go, look, I've got this bunch of guys. We've been kicked out of one place. We're going to go here. What we do, we punch people in the face on the ground. They went, nah, we're not having none of that here. So I used to have to make up names to get into clubs so we could actually train. That's how hard it was. But now, on every street corner, there's another MMA club opening up.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though?
It's I don't know, Lee. You tell me. It's
I've seen some of these.
I know. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Some of it's criminal, but some of it's good. And the more you have out there, you'll get the good stuff coming through in the end. And it's like anything. I always said, 10 years from now, I don't think there'll be karate. Well, there may be karate and all that, but there'll be more MMA clubs than any other club going.
Well, you did that, but you're going to see a lot more good kids coming through as well, yeah. They've done nothing but MMA.
Well, that's it. Do you know what? We've got a show coming up on July the 6th, this Saturday night. We've got 21 fights, and people already saying they come into the cage, they look like athletes, you know, they're proper athletes, and they've done nothing but MMA. And you think, oh my God, what are these kids going to be like in a year or two? We've got about 2 16-year-olds fighting, 2 18-year-olds. I mean, what are they going to be like in 2 or 3 years' time?
Exactly. We're still in a fledgling sport, aren't we? And it's exciting to see these kids coming through now. They've done nothing but MMA. They've not prospered. They've not wrestlers or they weren't strikers. They've done the whole game now. Yeah,
brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. Right, guy I want to speak about, he's fighting Carl Kinslow. He's on the August the 3rd card. He's fighting Premise Law. I mean, that's a massive a massive step. But when I phoned you up to say about the fight, you went, get it on, Dave, just call it on and let's see what happens. Carl Kinslow will fight King Kong, won't he?
Dave, you know what it's like. He just don't care, does he? The names don't matter. The bigger the name, the better it is. Fight for him.
The bigger the names...
He's been very unlucky, Carl. He's been very, very unlucky. He gets cut a couple of times, and the judge, the doctors in this country stopped it.
Hang on, I've got to stop you there. The doctors in any country would have stopped it. I mean, he had like an axe cut on his head. What do you want to carry on?
Not with the Paul Taylor fight, with some of the other cuts he's had. He's had like a little quarter-inch cut on his head in his hairline, and the doctors stopped it.
Have they?
You know, that one, the Paul Taylor one, that was a definite stoppage. The Galore fight, that was a definite stoppage.
Yeah. But I mean, he cut down to 77 for that Galore fight. I can't... That is just... It's just ridiculous when you think he's a heavyweight and he cut down to 77. What do you do to him? What did you do to him?
Good dieting, good training, isn't it?
But obviously he went, I've had enough of that, I'm going back to light heavyweight.
He's just comfortable there. He's thinking he's going to float. He's going to float between heavyweight and light heavyweight for the minute. And if his career goes any further, he's going to consider to 84.
Really? Right, okay. I mean, Carl King, if he beats Premisslaw, that puts him literally at the number 2 and 3 spot. Got to be, isn't it?
Well, that's it.
And
then the next thing you know, he's looking for is the title shot. Not so, isn't he?
He'd be looking for Vassal, wouldn't he?
Exactly.
Mate, things are happening for Carl. Well, Carl, he's got a big task ahead of him. But we all know one thing with Mishak, if he does get hit on the chin properly, he will go out.
We're not silly enough to look past this fight. This fight's going to be a great fight. It's got the best of both worlds. They can both strike. They can both grapple. It's going to be a good fight, without a doubt. Lee,
you're a bit of an insight to me. You're an insight. Right, Tye Palmer. Let's talk about Tye Palmer. He's up against Curtis. Now, we don't know much about Tye. We don't really know much about Curtis. All we know about Curtis can proper take a dig. He comes from Jimmy's camp, and he went head-to-head with Joe Cooper, and that was a proper war. So what's Tye...
I watched that last fight. What a great fight that was.
It was a good fight.
Them two went at it for 3 rounds. Absolutely went at it.
Joe Cooper said he didn't get his weight cut right, that's why he gassed. But Curtis, as I say, we know now he can take a dig. We know he can go the distance. What's Tye going to do to stop him?
Play his game, Dave.
Play his
game. That's all he can do. Ty's a very good grappler. He's a decent striker. I feel these two are very equally matched because we know he's coming from Jimmy's camp, the other kid. His wrestling coach, Raheem, great freestyle guy. You know, they've got all the good guys around at the London Pride. What's it called?
Lions Pride.
Lions Pride. Got great guys around there. Same as us. We're just covering all bases, aren't we?
Covering all the bases. I love the way you talk. Have you got any other good kids coming through at the moment?
We've got some very good kids, real good kids. Ollie Mathis is one to look out for. Barry Russell, Craig Rooney, who was meant to fight on your show, but we'll hope to get him on there soon. Craig Rooney's doing really well. Who else? Jason Russell, Mark Gulliver. They're all coming through. They're all flying.
And I went down to your jiu-jitsu tournament, and you've got some of your youngsters down there really impressed me. They were going around like little whippets, like little rabbits, and moving so far. You can see at young age, you're training them really well from a young age.
That's Johnston's job there. He sticks to the jiu-jitsu side. He loves it, doesn't he?
He always does. Lee, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hope to see you very soon. Remember what I said to you, come down Saturday and you'll see how the semi-pro goes to run.
Thank you very much, mate. Good luck.
All right, mate. Thank you very much. I don't need luck, I just need hard work. See you later, Lee.
That's it. Bye, mate. Bye.
Right. Another nice guy. Can you believe it? Mr. Lee Page. Wow. The Kent scene is proper happening. We're in Sidcup. I'd call it medieval Kent. We're not proper Kent there, which is medieval. Now listen, remember, August the 3rd, you'll see them all around town, London town. You've got, of course, Ben McGonigal, as it large of anybody. You've got Dennis and Sutherland, who's fighting Carlos Mo. You've got Ben Smith, who's fighting Nick Chapman. And right in the corner there, you've got Jason Radcliffe, taking on another Kent boy, Aaron Brett. Now, Aaron Brett, last time, complete knockout, knocked out Michael Shipman. What a warrior. He's from Maidstone. So if you're the Kent boys, watch out. It's all happening in Kent. And of course, Semtex is in Kent, Kennels is in Kent, and all that. Kent, and Combat Wrestling in Kent as well. This has been the podcast. I love you people. August the 3rd, don't you miss it. July the 6th, don't you miss it. The President, I'll always be there. I love you. I'll see you next time on the Ultimate Podcast.